What up, world? This is Michael Nunez from the International Business Times. We're here at Radio City Music Hall for Samsung Unpacked 2013. We're getting ready for Samsung to release the Galaxy S4, the latest flagship Android device from the South Korean manufacturer.
Wouldn't it be great if the technology in our hands could place the person taking a picture?
The device has just been released, and this is our first hands-on with it. Some of the new features that have been announced include a 5-inch screen that displays images at full HD. In addition to the 5-inch screen, you also have a lot of features that Samsung has added to the phone, including eye tracking software called Smart Scroll that automatically scrolls as you read. There's also a lot of hand gesture motions that you can use. One includes just hovering your finger over the device to get a preview of any videos or anything like that, which is really cool. Another really interesting feature is called Smart Stop. That means that when you're watching a video and you look away, the video automatically pauses. It's important to mention that these special features only work with Samsung apps and occasionally some third-party apps. But for the most part, a lot of the gesture controls only work with Samsung applications. That means that you cannot use gesture motion with Google Chrome, which is a huge disappointment for any Android fans. One of the most hyped features of the Samsung Galaxy S4 was the eye tracking software that was supposed to be included in the device. We can't seem to get that to work either because of my glasses or because the technology simply doesn't work. But for whatever reason, it's not scrolling as I read. One of the most highly touted features included in the Samsung Galaxy S4 is the dual camera mode. It allows you to use both the front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera at the same time, and it superimposes either the images or the video into one file. It's really, really cool. It allows you to do crazy, weird postcard shots like this. And you can see what's behind us. And you can also do video conferencing with that, and just a variety of really cool new images. The Galaxy S4 is running on Samsung TouchWiz, which is the user interface that Samsung created for Android. It comes with Android 4.2.2, which is the latest version of Ice Cream Sandwich, but because it's TouchWiz, that means that when Android is updated, this device may be a little bit behind with updates. We'd prefer it if it was a Nexus branded device, but we think that that's out of Samsung's control, so this is the best we can do for now. It's safe to say that this is one of the best Android phones on the market, but if you're a true Android fan, you're probably going to want a Nexus device. So can you go ahead and give us your initial impression of the Galaxy S4?
The Galaxy S4 is really amazing. The picture quality is really great. There's so many more features on it than the 3, and I can't wait to get it.
Nice. So are you using the 3 currently?
I'm not. My husband is. I actually have the Samsung Stratosphere, which is a little dated, so due for an upgrade.
Oh, nice. And so do you expect to get the Galaxy S4?
I do, yes.
And what has sold you on the Galaxy S4 over something like the iPhone or even like the HTC One?
Honestly, now that they have the great mapping features as well as the translator, I think those are really, and the new enhanced picture capability as well.
What kind of phone are you using now, and would you consider upgrading to the Galaxy S4?
I have a Nexus 4 right now, and I like the stock Android on it, so I don't think I would upgrade now.
And what's your beef with TouchWiz? Why would you prefer stock Android versus TouchWiz?
I like the way stock Android looks better, and I think TouchWiz looks tacky.
And is the screen, or is there any one feature that is enough to kind of sway your opinion toward Samsung?
Not really, unless they just dropped. Maybe if they had stock Android, but they just made it look, or they had the TouchWiz, but they made it look like stock Android. It had the features still. That might be different. But as it is now, it just looks too ugly for me to switch.
As an Apple user, do you think that it's safe to say that Samsung has sort of locked down its vision, or do you think that it's still sort of following in the wake of Apple's success?
I think it completely leapfrogged Apple. And it pains me to say this, I think it leapfrogged it twice because I think the GS3 brought a lot of things that the iPhone 5 even doesn't have, let alone the GS4 and whatever the iPhone 5S is or 6 or whatever it's called. I think that if the iPhone does catch up with something, if the iPhone 5 or 5S catches up with something, it might have half the features of the GS3, let alone the GS4. Because whatever they have now, like whatever the GS4 showed today, like the iPhone 5S is already done. Like we have to assume that it's coming out in June or October. They're not going to like watch this thing and say, oh, we have to add that. Like it's already done. So that's why I think Samsung already leapfrogged Apple either 1 or 2 generations.
All right, we just finished taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S4. Safe to say that fans are extremely excited about the device, but only time will tell whether this one's as successful as its predecessor.